Hey there, this is Tracy from Microsoft Ignite, and I'm here in the Community Central. Some really cool things happening around us. Right next to us is the MVP wall as well, so if you're an MVP, go find yourself on the wall, but that's not what we're here to talk about. I'm here, and this is definitely, Jeff, I have to say, this is Jeff Teper. I am his biggest fan. Jeff, I'm so happy to have you here with us.
Oh, Tracy, it's great to be here. Thank you, and it's awesome to see you as a reporter here at Ignite. You've got a lot of insights into the types of questions that our broader customer base would be interested in, and I'm a little curious to see what you come up with since you and I didn't rehearse.
We didn't, and this is going to be all about the good stuff in SharePoint. But I think first, if you could just, for the people out there, just tell us a bit about yourself. What is your role here at Ignite? What is your role in general?
Great, yeah. So I'm a vice president in the Experience and Devices group. I, of course, lead the SharePoint team, which I started a while ago, OneDrive and SharePoint team. And then I also lead the Office team, including the shared design team for Office 365, streaming video, project planner, forms, a set of other apps, really around content collaboration end-to-end in Office 365.
That's super exciting. So I was fortunate enough to just be in Jeff's session, just a little bit away from you, and I heard some really cool things. And I'm going to ask Jeff, if you don't mind, we know that the sessions are recorded, and we can get some of the content online. If you're not here and if you weren't able to go to the session, if you could just, Jeff, up until now you've had 3 sessions already at Ignite, yesterday and today. I would love it if you could kind of just parcel it up for us. What are all those cool things? And I know it's going to be difficult. I want you to squash 3 hours into 5 minutes for me. Can you do that?
I'll do my best. So let me start with 3 big things. First, great intranets. With the new communication sites experience we introduced a year or so ago, we've taken that to the next level with the announcements we've made at Ignite. You can build a gorgeous, highly engaging intranet experience with video and conversations and news and applications. You know, people see this who may not have seen SharePoint in the last couple of years and say, oh my God, that's what you did with SharePoint? You must have hired somebody for a month for that. And I said, no, we built that in 3 minutes. So the new communication sites experiences for page layouts and parts and so forth, bunch of news there. So that's thing one. The second thing is the work we're doing around teamwork solutions. As you know, the backbone of SharePoint is taking an out-of-box team site and then maybe adding some workflows, some metadata, some security policies to get a business process solution built. And so we're doing that today with customization of SharePoint, including Power Apps and Flow, but more and more integration with Microsoft Teams. People have told us like Microsoft Teams and SharePoint are like peanut butter and jelly. That you've got the content, you got the communications. It really together is a unique experience for a team to get stuff done without having to switch back and forth between lots of tools. So what we announced yesterday and showed is more and more integration of the full power of SharePoint inside the Teams experience. Of course you can go to the SharePoint site. You still can do that. A lot of people will do that. But why not make it 0 clicks away in the Teams navigation model with tabs? So we're doing more things like that. So that's thing 2, gorgeous intranets with communication sites, team solutions, and lastly, lots of things around document collaboration. I'm responsible for the Office team, the OneDrive team, so we've done a lot of work end-to-end to making that much more seamless, making sharing inside the organization outside more simple, real-time conversations and content collaboration in the Office documents, app mentioning, so instead of getting out to Teams or Outlook when you're in the middle of the flow of the document, I can just app mention you and say, hey Tracy, here's the plan for the next SharePoint Saturday event. Why not can you insert this paragraph? And you'll get a notification, you'll be pulled right into the document and do it there. So a lot of things we're doing around document collaboration are end-to-end or big innovations. You know, too many to mention. One that I'll sort of got a lot of excitement is we did OneDrive files on demand for the Mac yesterday. So people are excited about that. So gorgeous intranets, team solutions, .collab, a lot more with search and AI and compliance, but you probably want to ask some other questions.
Absolutely. So firstly, let's get that hashtag going. It's hashtag 0 clicks, people.
Yes.
That is such an amazing thing for user adoption, if you
Yes.
think of it. I've been working with SharePoint for many, many years, and I mean, that's why I just absolutely idolize what you guys do, because I see it really work in the companies that I work with and the users that I work with. And if you think of it, the definition of collaboration is for a group of people to work together, right? And that doesn't mean much. But teams working together, or teamwork, is kind of efficiently working together.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I've seen in this last year or 2 years, is how we've got the tools, we've been using the tools, but we're becoming efficient at it. And that's amazing for me.
Yeah.
There's a thread going through that really is, and I always say this, is that is if you take the word ordinary and you take the word extra, you get extraordinary. And that's what Microsoft gives us. Microsoft makes ordinary people extraordinary because it gives us all the apps and services to really do amazing things.
I like that.
And I love the mega menus. What is up with that?
Yeah, that's when you get to work, as you know, you've worked with SharePoint for a long time. It's not hard to find these delighters as you go around and talk to people about things they spent maybe a few weeks customizing. And you see it enough, we should say, we should just do that for people. Why make them do it? And
Can I send you a list of others?
Yeah, please. Yours will get to the top of the list, I promise.
But please remember, I mean, if you go and look at Microsoft User Voice, that we are part of the future now of what we want in Microsoft. I mean, people sometimes complain, and I go, that's great, where's your support ticket, sweetie? Just give me that ticket number, or show me where you are on User Voice. Because we have the ability to add and ask for features and to give feedback, and that's really, really important. I mean, we're part of these amazing things that are happening. I mean, just as Jeff has said now, is that people were saying, guys, we need mega menus, and look at that. It's
there
there.
you go.
It's coming out.
Yeah, just one part of the family, OneDrive, in the last 2 years, I think, has checked off, or boomed actually is the right term, technical term, boomed 200 user voice suggestions.
That's unbelievable. 200 suggestions from ordinary people like us who's become
Extraordinary people.
extraordinary through Microsoft. That's exactly
Yes.
what we've achieved.
The people are extraordinary. We do our best on it.
Exactly. But I mean, and that's all of us working together. I mean, in South Africa or in Africa, we've got a saying Ubuntu, okay? And that's an African word that means I am who I am because of who we all are. And that's the whole thing, is that Microsoft and us and community and users and companies using it makes everything amazing. And that's something that makes me so excited. So Jeff, I've got a surprise for you, okay? Let's see how this is going to go down. So I've obviously got a crazy arm tattoo sleeve going here, right? And Jeff, you'll see, I'm going to just swap my mics here. You'll see that I've left a space open next to my SharePoint tattoo. Do you guys see that right there in the middle of my arm? And I'm going to ask you, Jeff, if you're okay with that, would you please sign my my arm right next to the SharePoint tattoo for me?
Oh my goodness! Of course, this is not something I've done before, but
I'm going to have Mom, if you're watching this, print it, put it next to your bed.
okay, I'll put down my mic. You'll get the A signature. Is that good?
Yay! Thank you so very much, Jeff. This has been so much fun.
Tracy, thank you. Thank you for all you've done for the community. You have an amazing story. We were talking before about how you've been part of bringing SharePoint all over the world, including to parts of Africa where they don't get access to the technical experts the big cities get to. And so thank you for all you've done.
Well, thank you guys for listening, and thanks for making this amazing. I mean, I wouldn't be in any other place in the world than right here, right now, next to Jeff on the couch. Thanks
Great.
a lot, Jeff.
Thank you.
You have a great day.
You too.